What's up, guys? Little Wolf Mex here, back with another reaction video. I didn't have my chair situated. This video was requested by Abhishek Rana. I'm so bad with names. Rana? There's no way that's Rana. I'm getting that wrong. Anyways, the video is Why is Messi the Greatest Ever? If you want to watch this video without me running my mouth, it's by Ziao Legend. So, I'm going to put the link in the description down below, and you can click on it and go watch it without me seriously running my mouth. I really appreciate you requesting, Rana. You requested a lot. This video also got requested by other people, but I believe Rana's the first one to request it. This video has been highly requested. Apparently, it's the guy that's going to explain why Messi is the greatest ever, which I've watched most Ronaldo and Messi. I'm still kind of on the fence, but I'm leaning more towards Messi. I need to watch them play live, which I have not done. Actually, I've watched Ronaldo. I've watched him play live, but I have not watched Messi play live. Lionel Messi. But anyways, yeah, if you want to get your name on that board right there, all you got to do is subscribe to my channel. Comment down below. Let me know what you want to see, and you'll eventually make it on the board. Let's go ahead and get this started.
There was always debate on who was the best player of all time, but since Messi laid his feet on a football pitch, everyone with at least some knowledge on the sport stated that Messi is the greatest player to grace the beautiful game. In this video, I'm going to talk about why Messi deserves the title of the greatest of all time. First off, Messi is an athlete. Every athlete should have the trait of respecting the game and his opponents. An even better term would be sportsmanship. A big problem that players face that keep them away from greatness is their tendency to dive. Messi never dives because he has the mindset of a winner. Players will foul him.
Dive, as in like
try to bring him down by any means, but he won't.
As I see what he's saying. Like fake, like act like you got hit and fake it.
Doing nothing, waiting for the referee's decision. But he'll find a way.
Wow, dude, that guy was riding him.
By either getting up or passing the ball to a teammate. I find this quite fascinating that he can still have the power and energy to continue playing.
I see what he's saying because, like, a lot of football players, if you touch them, they flop. They're like, I'm dead. I see what he's saying with Messi. Messi doesn't go down.
No one comes close.
Messi keeps playing and keeps shooting. So
breathing for normal people.
It's a really good,
past 1, 2, 3,
really good
4
observation.
to 5 players with ease. Any player at some point in his career can achieve for once the difficult task of dribbling multiple players. But Messi does it on a weekly basis. The factors behind his incredible dribbling abilities are his acceleration and deceleration.
Yeah, dude, he's
coupled
fast.
With his sudden change of direction, and to top it off, his unparalleled ball control. When facing a capable defender, he'll make a run at first, then suddenly decelerates, waits for an opening, and then bursts in full speed, leaving the defender behind him. In that little moment, Messi's speed went from 0 to above 30 kilometers per hour. He can change the direction of his runs as well, in the most unexpected time and fashion, in the tightest places and hardest situations. It's really hard to shift your direction. Most players run with the ball like headless chickens, because they don't have the quick feet, the balance, and the intelligence of Messi.
Dude, look how fast his feet are!
Have a hard time snatching the ball from him. He runs with such pace and still manages to keep the ball glued
It looks sped up. Like I'm gonna say it's sped up. Like it looks so sped up.
When he dribbled past 5 players, including the goalkeeper, to score the most memorable goal of his career.
That's crazy.
Just look at how much the opposition tried to take the ball away from him, but eventually, all their
I'm telling
efforts
you,
went in vain.
I've said this in a past Lionel Messi video. You have to shoot the guy. You have to bring a gun on the field and shoot him. That's the only way you're going to stop him.
The ball follows Messi as if it was knitted to his foot. What also makes his dribbling so memorable is his ability to frequently score goals after dribbling 2 or more players.
That's crazy.
With some extraordinary and unconventional dribbling skill. Look no further than his goal against
people have tried tackling him like a rugby tackle.
When he tricks Boateng to go wide.
People have tried everything, and it looks like you can't really stop him if you're a professional player and you're not at like expert level where he is. You're not going to stop him.
I want to talk about an undervalued aspect of
not all the time. You might stop him a couple times, but you will not stop him all the time.
In the 2016-17 season, Messi was statistically ranked as the 5th player with the most dribbles in the top 5 leagues, under players like Hazard and Neymar. However, the 2 aforementioned players are wingers. Most of their dribbles came from their own half of the field, or from the wings, where there isn't much pressure on the ball. But in Messi's case, he starts his dribbles from the midfield, where you have lots of players around, pressuring the ball's possessor, and he doesn't pass the ball back. Instead, he always strides forward, searching for a way to assist or score a goal. Messi is a goal-scoring machine. As of the 28th of January 2018, he has scored 595 goals in 738 appearances. All of them
that
in
is
official
crazy.
games with both club and country. That's about
Look at that. What was that?
0.88
5
goals
players
per
and a
game. His goal
goalie?
prowess is no mere coincidence, as he already showed huge potential for scoring goals since his youth days. With New Old Boys, he netted a mind-blowing stat of 234 goals in only 176 appearances.
I'll try and remember and tell y'all something
He has
funny
the record of the most goals in a calendar
after
year,
the video.
the most goals in a league season, the most goals as a Barcelona player, the top scorer of Argentina, the most goals in La Liga, second top goal scorer in the history of the
Argentina!
Champions League, the
Where my
joint top
grandmother's
scorer of
from.
the World Cup South
I've
American
never been there,
qualifiers,
so I don't
and the
know a whole
all-time
lot
goal
about
scorer
it,
of
but
El
whatever.
Clasico. He was also 4 times the top scorer in the Champions League, 4 times Pichichi, has won 4 Golden Shoe awards, and he's only 30 years old and among the 10 best goal scorers in history. Not only he can score lots of goals and break records, but he also has the ability to score all types of goals.
Dude, look at that
comes to
goalie
mind.
stretched
Dribble
out.
the
That's
defense and
crazy.
then score, check. Free kick goals, check. Penalties, check. Team play goals, check. Volleys, check. Long range, check. Chips, double check. Headers, check. Dribbling or not making the goalkeeper, check. Curving the ball, check. A chest goal, check. Other players can only dream of consistently scoring quality goals like Lionel. He's not your typical goal poacher who stays in the box, waiting for his teammates to cross the ball for an easy tap in.
He doesn't.
Usually contributes
He
from the
drives,
start of the
dude. He
play
drives
in order to
forward.
score his goals.
He
He'll
forces
take the ball
the
from
goal.
the midfield, run past some defenders, does a 1-2 with a fellow teammate, then positions himself.
The crazy thing is, he doesn't make it look effortless. A lot of people say things about professional athletes who are great. They're like, he made it look effortless. Lionel Messi looks like he's working every inch of the field to get that goal.
As a winger, he scores. A false 9, he scores. Also as a midfielder, he scores. In the 2016-2017 season, he scored 57 goals, more than anyone else, and was rewarded the Golden Shoe while playing as a midfielder.
What's the Golden Shoe? I have no idea what the Golden Shoe is.
As a midfielder. Most full-time strikers can achieve 30 goals per season, yet this man outclasses them as a midfielder. Just like dribbling, goal scoring is also in his genes. Another thing that goes unnoticed is in every game he plays, he always gets marked by 2 or more players, sometimes the whole team. They go aggressive on him, they don't give him any space to breathe, let alone touch the ball, but he always reacts and deceives them. Other world-class players,
I mean, they're seriously running up to him. They're taking my advice. They're running up to him and getting violent, because that's the only way to stop him. How else are you going to stop him? You got to take him out of the game. You got to break something on his body to get him to stop scoring goals. You're not going to do it with just your talent.
He has made over 250 assists. He is the top assist provider in La Liga history.
That was hilarious.
Copa America for Barcelona.
Why is that not on like greatest goals of all time? That was hilarious, dude.
Become a great passer. Long and short passes, back heels, bicycle kick assist, nutmeg assist, build-ups, tiki-taka, key passes, and most importantly, truth balls. I can assure you that Messi has mastered the art of passing the ball behind defenders. Be it on the ground or in the air, he knows when his teammate's going to make the run and where the ball is going to land. The reason behind all these stats is that he values team success over individual glory. Messi understands the fundamental rule of
seems like he's a team player.
Football is a team sport. He is a selfless and humble player, which is quite surprising considering his immense talent. He always scores the most impossible
was that him that got out of the dude's way? He kind of got out of the guy's way,
but he never
so he'd make a goal.
Or points at himself and says, I'm the best player ever. He plays the best football without being a jerk about it. Messi is consistent and is always evolving. I remember when they called him an injury prone in his teenage years, but 2 years later he proved them wrong and lasted a whole season to win the treble. Then other people said that he is only a great dribbler. He wronged them by scoring 91 goals in 2012.
Wow.
Then came rumors on his incapability against English teams, in which he outperforms himself against. Then they said he can't perform for Argentina, he can't score free kicks, he isn't strong and athletic, he doesn't help his team in defense, which he till this day continuously proves otherwise. He is the most consistent player ever. In the last 10 years, he always performed at a high level, breaking numerous records. Most players only have 2 or 3 peak years, but Messi seems to always be at his climax. Messi can have a great performance, even without scoring.
Just stops
Lots
the ball,
of players
dude.
need to figure in the score sheet to be talked about after the game, but Messi can outplay everyone on the field without
I want to know,
Remember,
comment now,
both Milner and
so you don't forget.
Fernandinho
I want to know,
gave the
how
assist
old
to
is
Rakitic
Messi?
and made City's defenders look like amateurs. Well, he didn't score in that game. Just like in 2007 against Villarreal, he didn't score, he didn't assist, but he played one of his best games ever. He made around 10 dribbles, in which 2 were orgasmic. There are lots of games when he performs without scoring, like his away game against Juventus in 2017 in UCL, his game in Camp Nou against Real Madrid in 2010, his performance against Levante, when he gave not 1, not 2, but a hat-trick of assists. Also his incredible match against Peru in 2011, when he was everywhere in the field and contributed in every Argentinian attack. They say Messi can't do skills. This statement is wrong. Messi does skills, but not as frequently as some
I don't
players.
see how you could
the
talk
logic
bad
behind
about the
skills
dude.
is to either fool the opposition to doing something, but you surprise them with a skill.
I mean,
move,
like the
or when you
championship
can
wins
dribble
or
the normal
whatever.
way and you rely on trickery
They
to pass the
should
defender,
speak for
or maybe
themselves.
to simply just show off. But Messi doesn't need overcomplicated skills or tricks to overtake defenders. He'll just do a simple body feint to succeed. However, he is proficient in lots of skill moves, like the body feint when he uses his body, speed and change of direction to fool the opposing player into going left, then he goes right. The sombrero, he does it effortlessly, even against goalkeepers. He did it for like 3 times.
That's crazy, dude.
The nutmeg
Kicked
is
it
his
over the
specialty.
goalkeeper.
He has nutmegged over 100 players in his career. He also adores netting the ball between the goalkeeper's legs. When you go against Messi, you close your legs and hope for the best. He is a master of la croqueta. It's really useful inside spaces and against goalkeepers.
Wow.
Didn't I mention that
That little combo he did, the little
skill moves.
That's
Nutmeg the
insane.
goalkeeper, done. Dribble him, then score, easy. Chip the ball over, then score in 1 touch. What's next? Body feint the goalie? Yeah, there's simply nothing I can't do. Messi doesn't need them to be the best, and he only does them when the situation requires a fancy sombrero or a cheeky nutmeg. Simply put, skills are fun, but they have a high percentage of failure and are
That was
time-consuming.
crazy. It's like a
And
dance
usually,
move.
when a player
Like half of
succeeds
his
in doing
shots
one,
are like dance
afterwards,
moves.
He'll pass the ball back. It's because Messi is straightforward, efficient and precise. He'll only use a skill when it's needed. Your team is losing in the 90th minute. Who else do you call older than Lionel Messi? When Argentina were desperately needing a win to qualify for the World Cup, Messi showed up and scored a hat-trick, his first in the World Cup qualifiers, when Barcelona was playing one of their toughest games ever in the Champions League against Bayern Munich. Who else did you expect older than Messi to secure a 3-0 win with 2 goals and 1 assist when Iran parked the bus against Argentina in the 2014 World Cup? Messi scored the winning goal in the last minute. In the 2017 El Clasico in the Bernabeu, it was Messi's goal in the last minute that kept Barcelona in the league race. Messi carries his team on his shoulders. When Messi performs well, the whole team plays well. When he doesn't perform, his team plays poorly. He doesn't play aimlessly making random runs or moves. He plays with intelligence. He knows when to pass the ball or when to make a run, and he also knows when to hold back and do nothing.
Look at him, he doesn't even look like...
Are his wits and reflexes.
In those, he doesn't look
without
like he's
forgetting
moving
immense
that much.
attention
People
that
just
he gives to
die.
the technical aspect of his game, rather than the physical one. Messi has good stamina, pace and strength, but these things wear off as the human body grows older. Lots of players make the mistake of relying on strength in their youth, and they forget that they're playing a sport called football, because the greatest players are remembered for their deadly finishing, cheeky ball control, accurate passing, and their magical dribbling. Not for who screams the loudest, who has the biggest abs, or jumps the highest. Eventually, Messi will lose pace.
Was
and
that a
strength
shot at
because let's be
Ronaldo?
real, he's getting older. Yet his finishing, dribbling, and playmaking will only grow stronger. When a new talented player shows up and they start comparing him with Messi, he's gonna become better. He's gonna surpass him at 25. These speculations and rumors are just dumb, because that player isn't even better than the 5-year-old Messi. So how can he outclass a more experienced 20, 30-year-old Messi?
That's crazy. As a kid.
Messi was destined to become the best. He is the greatest because he has perfected every aspect of his game. He isn't just a unique striker who scores magnificent goals, a polished dribbler with breathtaking skills, or a generous playmaker who sends passes on a silver plate. He has perfected all of the above. That's why he is the greatest. He is like a mythical being who you only hear about in fairy tales. The difference is that he is actually real. Thank you guys for watching. I recently created a
really good
Twitter
video.
account so that you can interact with me. I invite you to check my older uploads. You have the green light to share this video on your Facebook page. Just don't forget to credit me. And yeah,
Credit him.
see you later.
Credit the our legend. That was a really good video. Like, there wasn't much to talk about. Some of the plays were cool, but I was trying to, like, really absorb that guy's, his point. Lionel Messi reminds me of, if I had to make a comparison to the United States, Tom Brady of the New England Patriots. You know, the NFL, National Football League. Tom Brady, he was picked, like, last in the draft. They have an NFL draft where they pick players from the collegiate level and they bring him up to the professional level. He was picked like nearly last. They said he was a horrible athlete. They said all these bad things about him, that he couldn't do anything and he was not going to make it. He has the most Super Bowl rings in history, and he's played, I believe, I'm not 100% on this, but I think that he's played for the most Super Bowls as a starting quarterback in history. But he has 5 Super Bowl rings, which is insane. I believe there's only one other player that has 5 Super Bowl rings, but they got those rings with different teams. I can't remember the guy's name. But Tom Brady has stuck with his team. I'm not saying anything about Messi moving around, but Tom Brady, this is so rare. He's stuck with his team. He's won 5 rings. He's went to the Super Bowl 8 times. It's like Lionel Messi. They talk smack about him. They're like, you're not going to be that good. You're not going to be that great. I think like his wins count for something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't look at somebody like that and be like, yeah, that guy's no good. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. They do that a lot to athletes, and it just motivates them. They're like, you're going to be nothing. You're going to be no good. And it just motivates those athletes to get better and better and better. When you have people like John Jones switching over to MMA, mixed martial arts, UFC, y'all know, y'all seen my videos. When you have somebody like John Jones who has been told his whole entire life that he will be the greatest ever, yes, he's a pretty good fighter. He's fought some old men. He's fought a bunch of old men. I was going to make a video on this a while back. He's fought a bunch of people that shouldn't even been in the ring with him. He's fought like middleweights, you know what I'm saying? And when he's an actual heavyweight, he's fought middleweights. He's fought people smaller than that. And some of them he struggled with. And he fought some old men. He struggled with some of them. He beat them all. He's undefeated. But John Jones has been told he's great his whole entire life. He's the best ever. And he has not reached his full potential. He possibly won't ever fight again in MMA just because that kind of gets to your head and you kind of relax and do what you want. Not people like Lionel Messi. People tell him, like, you'll never be anything. You'll never be good. Any of that stuff. And he's like, okay, I'm going to prove y'all wrong. It's just fuel to his fire. You know what I'm saying? Whereas, like, there's a lot of great athletes out there that don't have that fuel because they're being told they're the greatest, and they just kind of, you know, put on they put on the back burner or whatever. Lionel Messi is not one of those. He's one of those that gets told that, like, oh, you're not going to be good this year, and then he proves everybody wrong, and people still talk smack about him. But whatever. Anyways, Abhishek Rana. I hope I'm saying that right. Appreciate the request. You requested a lot. That's what you got to do to get your videos in. Request them a lot and get your friends to request them a lot. Because the more names I see requesting the same video, the more people I see requesting the same video, the more likely it'll go on the top of the list. And also, the more likely it's going to get through. But whatever, I went way too long on this video. Way too long. I appreciate y'all watching. Check me out SoundCloud, Instagram, Twitter, and like always, check me out in the streets.